Alright, so here's a picture of my supposedly brand new, they said 2016, it was advertised on their website, 2016 Sure-Trac 9,900 pound rating tilt trailer. Now, on their website they didn't mention anything about any damage, or right away, this is what I saw, this fender. Rust is coming up through the tough coat powder coating on the fender. At which point I told the guy that was going to hook it up to the truck, I said, no, you go change this fender out because this is a removable fender. As you can see, they didn't even include the cotter key that's supposed to, or cotter pin that's supposed to go in there to keep this from unscrewing. So that was some damage that I saw. Coming around to the back, and of course their decal was ripped off. That was like that. Next we had some rust right around here. And I thought that might be surface rust, but it's not. It's pounded right through. Same on that coupler, which I'm thinking no big deal. And then I see this on the side, more rust. Now I ask you, this thing sat and was not used supposedly. So next problem I opened up the case, and this is what I saw. I have pictures that I took down to the dealer. There's a couple straps in there. I'm like, what the heck? Then you look at here, look at this. You got corrosion there on this battery already. The other problem you have is this battery tie down. When you tighten that up, this nut or bolt actually comes up so high that it won't allow the latch to hook. So I'm going to have to modify that to get it to work. There's your controller. Didn't even have the plastic on it, plastic bag like the other new ones do. So I close that back up. Does the trailer function? Yeah, it lifts up, it lifts down. But other than that, now this fender, the powder coat seems to be holding up. And it doesn't have any rust coming through it. So I guess 1 out of 2 is not bad. You got your decking, definitely showing weatherization, even though it is treated lumber. The screws that it's held down with are starting to show some signs of rust also. You got some rust coming through here on the frame. Rust coming through here on the tongue. Here. When I addressed the salesman about this, he said, well, you know, that's the nature of metal. You know, it's going to rust. And I'm like, and I told him, basically, don't bullshit me. I said it's powder coating. If it's done correctly, it's going to last. Unless it was used and abused. And I said, had I seen this, I would have renegotiated the price. Bottom line, they did knock $200 more off of it, but they weren't going lower. I said, it's going to be about $500 to fix all that damage. I said to take it somewhere. And they basically said that was tough because it was a leftover and take it or leave it. Well, I just driven over 3 hours to get there. So what choice do I have? I'm not going to go home empty-handed. So I ended up paying close to $5,000 for it. $4,000, what was it? $4,490, I believe. I'll double check that number, but yeah, not real happy with it. As far as the trailer itself, you pull the pin just like the ad says, and yeah, you can tilt this just off the hitch, which that's how the hitch was. It was buried in dirt down at their lot. They have literally tons of trailers, so they're not concerned about one little guy, you know. Okay, and push the button. It tilts up. Now I was kind of leery about going with this Sure-Trac just for the main point here. You're looking at the pivot points. I mean, that's how it pivots. That's it. That's the strength of what holds that whole trailer. I mean, it's not boxed in at that point or anything. There's a coupling and so that's the pivot point that it goes onto. That's how they're made. Looks like 1/4-inch steel. And that's what it pivots. That's how it pivots. Got some steel plate here, so hooking a winch up should be straightforward, at least. That's one good thing. But they go bragging on their website that they put Permatex in there, and you know, I'm just, for the damage that it had, it should have been less. Bring it back down. And that's it. Axles on it are 5,200 pound axles. Towing it home the 3.5 hours, it towed nicely, but I'm also pulling with a 1-ton Dodge. But other than the powder coating, that's one of the reasons why they have a 1-year warranty, and that's it. Because hey, this thing just sat in a lot, and that's what happens. You basically get what you pay for. And as far as the Best Choice trailers, it's called, yeah, Best Choice trailers, Carlisle, they're cheap. Bottom line, that's the only reason I got it, because they beat everyone by about $1,000. But now I see why. They're worse than a Walmart. At least Walmart, they're happy and they're friendly with you. This place, you're just a number. You're nothing to them. You wheel in, you're just another guy, and if you don't buy it, they don't really care, because hey, they know they're going to get rid of this thing. There are some things to hang your chains up, like I said. But like I said, this is an older model. I guess the new models, they went to a diamond. The new models, they have a diamond fender. So, but hey, this is it, people. It is what it is. I did tell them I want it inspected too before I left, and well, evidently they do it, but if you don't ask, they're not going to volunteer it. So give me a good old paint job any day. So that's your Sure-Trac. Worth the money? Should have been $1,000 cheaper as far as I'm concerned.